if you want to say, you could say that Saul was blinded, right? And if you agree that Saul was blinded, then this is going to be very cool, because eventually Saul is making his journey, and if I'm not mistaken, he encounters Jesus Christ. All right, Jesus Christ comes out, and I think he says something along the lines of like, "Why are you hurting me, or why are you persecuting me?" I'm paraphrasing heavily here. Then Saul is blinded, right? Like physically, like Saul can no longer see after this. And so what we realize is that the spiritual condition, I love this, is made manifest physically. Saul was blind to see that Stephen is talking about the Christ, right? Who is the fulfillment of the covenant of God. He doesn't see this. He's blind to reality. And so in the scripture, he becomes physically blind. But the idea here is that the way I see it, Saul isn't necessarily a bad guy. He's just misaligned. Or according to his words, describing the fellow Israelites, he has a zeal for God, but not according to knowledge, right? He's ignorant of the righteousness of God because he's looking to establish his own righteousness, right? Righteousness through what? Through following the law, but rather God's righteousness is found in Jesus Christ. But Saul doesn't see this. He's blind to the truth, and he becomes physically blind. What happens? Eventually his sight is restored. What happens? Saul becomes Paul. Paul becomes Christian. Paul teaches other Christians. Paul cooks. This is the guy that we're talking about. And so for him, this was like a full circle moment, because he was down in the dumps. And so now he says, actually, my brothers right now have a zeal for God, but they just don't know him. Us knowing that Paul was in the exact same situation. I like that personally. Don't know about y'all. Let's keep going.